So we are back yet again. We are Love at Stake, Chapter 2. So, Lucian's ultimatum is clear. The only way for you to get to Melissa is through him, ready to go toe-to-toe with an ancient vampire. Vampiric vampire. So we're here for Chapter 2 of Love at Stake. Let's get right to it. Let's see what awaits us. Here we go. All the air stills in your lungs as you gape at Lucian's in shock. Melissa, on the other hand, you can't be serious. Melissa, I will prove to you that this is a waste of time. Crap, I need some time to process this, and I don't think I need to be here for this family feud. I need to get some air. Where's the bathroom? That's the best one right there, yeah. Melissa is angrily gesturing, and you're not quite sure if she's pointing you in the right direction. Regardless, you make a quick exit. There's no sign of the servant from earlier, so you whip out your phone and call your boss. Amber, tell me you have good news for me. Not yet, What do you mean, not yet? There's a problem. Look, I don't care. I told you to do whatever it takes, and I meant it. Vivian's voice turns icy. To put it clearly, if you don't land Melissa Redgrave, you're finished here. I will make sure no other agency will ever hire you. Really, that's a good boss. That is a great boss. Do you understand? Bring her in or I will ruin you. What kind of woman is this? Your boss hangs up and the phone screen goes black. Damn it, Vivian. She really can do it. Vivian's well connected enough to ruin all of my credibility with a few words. And without a college degree, I already don't have many options in the city. Really? They're doing that. They're saying that. Well, except waiting tables. Well, you could do that. With heavy feet, you go back into the mansion. You stare at the closed door leading back to your study. Behind it are not just one, but two potential clients. I need to leave. Give it this my best shot. Let's do it. Approaching the study door, you knock on the hard surface once before letting yourself back in. This isn't the 19th century anymore. I'm not a child. You need to take care of it. I created you, Melissa. It's my job to look out for your best interests forever. Wow. You freeze in place, caught in the middle of the family dispute. I should defend Melissa. Stay out of it. I'm going to stay out of it. Frustrated, Melissa throws her hands up in the air. You have a month, Lucian. 1 month, and then I'm joining this group whether you want me to or not. Turning on her heel, Melissa stalks from the study. Amber, come, let us discuss your terms. You take the offered seat in front of Lucian's desk. I can understand why Melissa's uninterested in a fated match, but what does a powerful vampire lord want with us? Let's see. Make my doubts clear. Ask what he's planning. Let's do that. What kind of game are you playing, Mr. Redgrave? No game, and call me Lucian. His sudden smile transforms his already gorgeous face into something breathtaking. You cough. What? I find that hard to believe. The woman we match you up with would be coming to meet you in good faith. You can't play with their hopes. I recognize how serious you take your work. I have been alone for the better part of 1,000 years. Wow. If you manage to find my mate, when all my searching has uncovered nothing, I will make a generous donation to your organization. I will also make sure that my brethren knows of your remarkable talents. You will be the most popular dating company in the country. Wow, is my mind playing tricks on me, or all those dollar signs spinning around in my head? And Vivian can take it from here. She has a great track record with high-strung VIP clients. Lucian, welcome to Fated Match. Let's do that. Yeah. One more thing. These extra conditions are going to be the death of me. I understand your organization assigns personal representation to work with high-profile clients. We do. We have some of the country's top matchmakers on our staff. As our client, you'll have the pick of the best. Perfect. I want all details and plans to go through you then. What? You heard me, Amber. Unless, of course, you'd like to refuse my offer. Vivian would kill me if I agree. If I don't agree. Well, she's fine with me giving the company pitch, but not taking on the actual assignment. Okay, there we go. Stall for time. Let's stall for time, see what that does. I'm not refusing you, I'm just trying to stall. No, I know that a more experienced dating consultant or my boss Vivian will be far more qualified. I'm an admin. Too bad. None of your excuses appear to be valid, Amber. You're doing this on purpose. I'm not qualified to do what you're asking. You'll do fine, especially if you want someone of Melissa's influence in your network, your choice. I don't think I can get out of this, but I still don't know. I still don't like vampires. Sure, this one has a handsome face, but I don't want to spend any more time with him than I have to. How should I handle this? Kill him with kindness? I'll show him who's boss. I'll kill him with kindness, whatever that means. Okay, I can see you strike a hard bargain. I'll do it, but I have a few rules you need to follow. Lucian nods his head graciously, and you fight the urge to bristle. You will follow my advice and adhere to our rules. You will show me the respect I deserve. I wouldn't dream of anything else, love. And one more thing. No biting, no ever. I am off limits, boy. You can't help but notice how amused he seems at your last comment, but you don't budge. Lucian gaze drops from your face down to your neck and further yet along the curves of your body. I believe I can restrain myself. Wow, geez, that was a low blow. I shouldn't be making assumptions will do that. I got to work on that prejudice. It's not going to cut it in my line of work. At least Melissa isn't here witnessing my humiliation. All right, let's start with the samples. You arrange all of your instruments on the mahogany desk, slip on some sterile gloves, and step around the desk. It's faded match protocol for me to collect the samples the way we're sure it's done correctly. First, I need a swab from your cheek. Lucian rotates in his chair and opens his mouth to reveal his sharp fangs. Dark amusement gleams in his eyes. If I want to keep working in this industry, I need to get my act together. Vampires are just like any other client. And I'm not going to let Lucian think he can walk all over me. Not for an entire month. Wow. Well, get started. Here we go. Stop. Sorry to keep you waiting. If you'll please open one more time. Resting one hand on the arm of his chair, you lean down and pause. Even though it should be a vulnerable position for Lucian, you're the one who feels exposed. His impossibly blue eyes capture yours as you sweep the swab along his inner cheek. Your gaze locks on his lips, and you wonder to yourself for one insane moment, what would it be like if I leaned just a tiny bit forward? Would he kiss me back? What is wrong with you? My goodness. The cotton swab dips in your hand, the tip running along his side, the edge of one gleaming fang. If you were further apart, you wouldn't have felt the low groan rumbling through Lucian's chest. So sorry. Flushing, you step away and drop the swab into its container. The feel of his intense gaze makes your neck burn hotter. I need a few strands of hair. Be my guest. He sits perfectly still with his gaze on your every move as you reach for a pair of scissors. You lean forward and tug his hair free from the snip and a query and snip off a few dozen strands. A sharp inhalation draws your attention back to Lucian's, whose face you've practically mashed into your cleavage. Really? That's some weird stuff. I'm so sorry. I hope you don't need oxygen. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with you, girl? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Let's do that. You jerk back, trying not to stab yourself with your scissors. I've collected hundreds of samples before, so why does this feel so different, so intimate? Blue eyes meet yours, looking darker than they had moments earlier. No harm done. What's next? Picking up your next collection kit, you hesitate. I need to touch him for the last part. I'm going to tell Lucian to do that. It's not a good idea for me to get that close to him, considering how intense this is getting. We need to collect a skin sample. I can show you how to do it yourself. As you wish. You grab a special tissue from the briefcase and strip its package open. You're going to use this tissue to collect a sample of your scent so we can analyze the pheromones. He nods and you allow the tissue to gently drop from its packing into his hand. Lucian continues looking up at you as he pulls back his collar, revealing the flawless skin of his neck. Of course he does. He sweeps the tissue across his skin and back again, crossing his pounding pulse point. He must have fed already. Wow. He hands you back the tissue, and his finger tips touch yours for one electric moment. Wow. Done. Unless you produce venom with your fangs, that is it. Lucian's eyes follow the curve of your neck. My bite brings pleasure, not pain. His gaze meets yours, and there's no hiding the heat within their depths or implied promise. Remember, he's a vampire. He literally eats idiots for breakfast. You sip the cloth back into its bag and toss all the samples in the briefcase. You make it back to your chair as Lucian swings around to fix his gaze on you again. Suddenly, the desk doesn't seem as much like a barrier, but more like a surface where all sorts of fantasies might play out. Wow. Nope, not going there. Lucian, we're also going to need to make a profile for you. Of course. I assume you want to use your given name? You pull a tablet from your briefcase and pull up the register page. I need your date of birth, just this year. Just the year is fine. Wow, here we go. 1092. 1,300 years old. Or something like that. Wow. 1,200. Did you say 1092? And I thought my last boyfriend was too old for me. Shouldn't react. Let's do that. You school your face carefully, trying to hide your shock. Sounds like a good year. I suppose I far prefer the Renaissance years. We also need to set up your preferences for species you're willing to date. Wow. For instance, mermaids, wares, fae, demons, and so on. No werewolves. I don't want my home smelling like a wet dog. You shake your head and uncheck the box for werewolf. And no sirens. All that singing and hair everywhere. Wow. Oh, Vivian won't be happy to hear that. And what about humans? You continue staring at the screen of the tablet while an awkwardly long silence ensures. Do you have a profile, Amber? Wow. I don't. Let's do that. Not one that I actually use now. That said, the company did require I set up one when I first joined. Just to lean in the ins and outs of their system. Just to learn the ins and outs of the system. Why not use it? You try to shrug it off. What would you do? What do your preferences state? This is dangerous ground. What should I say? I'll be honest with him. Let's do that. I have certain restrictions. which are: you bite your lip thinking of how to describe your preferences in the most diplomatic way possible. Werewolves? Love 'em. Mermaids, dragons, fae? I don't discriminate against any of those species. Vampires? That would be a no. Rather than be offended, Lucian merely looks thoughtful. Why? Remember, we're setting up your profile, not mine, and my private life is not your business. But you are a VP, Representative Amber. I'm sure your boss would agree to your answering my questions. You tap your fingers against the tablet and sigh, still refusing to answer. How are we to work together if you despise my kind? I don't despise you. It's just self-preservation. I don't date demons either. Because we both live off blood. I'm far too breakable to play in your league. I don't know, you seem to be holding your own just fine. We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you and your dating preferences. Given the amount of time you spend in our world, do you never wonder if your mate is waiting for you here? Wow. Well, not really. I'm way too human for that. One never knows. Well, I know that vampires and other bloodsuckers are off limits for me. And from what I've seen, humans rarely fare well in relationships with supernaturals of any sort. Such a pity that you insist on these limited views. Although his smile reveals nothing, you can't help the stab of curiosity still in your focus. What would it be like? But who am I kidding? He's not interested in humans. To answer your original question, humans are more than welcome on my profile. Lucian smirks at your obvious surprise and you clear your throat nervously. Noted. Let's get through these last few questions now, shall we? As you wish. You grill him, learning much more than just his likes and his dislikes, his ancestry and his pastimes. You learn that this is a man who prefers order and control. That sort of thing will appeal to plenty of our clients, while his wallet will appeal to even more. Okay, done. Your profile will be processed and uploaded within 24 hours. Here's your login information. You hand him a slim white card and turn the tablet to show him everything he needs to know about the Fated Match website. You can search for prospects' dates by gender, age, or species. The button at the top of the profile says Match. Will calculate your match rating with the person you're viewing. We recommend only pursuing matches above 75%. I understand. One last thing. Yes. Hesitant, you stare at his long hair tied in a quaint in his old-fashioned outfit. He's going to need to update his look, but how do I tell him that? I get straight to the point. You're going to need to update your look. His ever so slightly raised an eyebrow, but thankfully looks mostly unfazed. Some of the women will be pairing with you will be quite young, and they might be a bit intimidated by your look right now. I see. I just wanted to ensure the best possible chance of finding your mate. I shall defer to your knowledge for the next month, Amber. Wow. His eyes captured yours as a wicked grin curls his lip. But after that, I make no promises. You swallow hard, urging your heart to stop racing. I can't set you up with our personal shopper who can take you to whatever. No, I want you to take me. Damn, doesn't sound like he'll take no for an answer. Am I qualified for that? I'll say yes, I can. Fine, I'll meet you tomorrow at dusk. I can make arrangements for the store. We need to stay open late. Bring your credit card. Very well. Great, we're all done here. Hiding your relief, you stand up from your seat Congratulations, Mr. Redgrave, on joining Fated Match. Thank you. I will look forward to witnessing your vast talents. Vast talents. You're still puzzled by his comment when Lucian circles around his desk to stand before you. You automatically offer him your hand. Instead, all the air stills in your lungs as he captures your gaze, leaning down to brush his lips over your knuckles. You're lost in his dark eyes even as he breathes one last promise against your skin. Until tomorrow night, Amber. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Who would have thought that he would like me? Anyway, there you have it, people. There's the chapter 2 of Love at Stake. So I like this pretty good because it doesn't have all these gem things pop up. Just 2 looks like every time, so that's good. But anyway, there you have it. Chapter 2, getting off to a good start. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give this a thumbs up. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day now. Toodles!